Hey guys, I'm back here to do another video for you guys today, and today I'm going to be talking about horror movies that I can watch over and over again. And these are just the movies that, I can just watch pretty much any day of the week. They're movies that, if I can't think of anything else to watch or anything better to watch, I'll pop in one of these, and they're movies that I can just turn my brain off to and just sit back and just enjoy. You don't have to think about it. And there are a lot of movies that I watch over and over again, but a lot of them are films that I usually wait for a certain time to watch them, like the Halloween franchise. You guys know I love the series, but I usually wait until around October to watch them, or every once in a while I'll pop it in, or Trick or Treat, the same thing. I wait until Halloween, or The Shining. That's one movie I like to watch around winter time because it takes place, during that time period. The Thing is another movie I like to watch, um, around that time. But these are the movies that I can literally pop in and I can watch. These are the type of movies I love to turn my brain off to because you don't really have to think about these movies a whole lot. They don't have like any complex storylines or anything. So they're just fun movies to pop in and just enjoy. And I love to hear what you guys think of these films, and what are some of your favorite movies, favorite horror films that you can watch over and over again. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Now, the first two movies I want to talk about are Children of the Corn and Children of the Corn 2. Now, these are both movies that, I just can watch anytime of the year. I usually watch them around the summertime because I think that both of these have a great summer feeling, but I can watch them anytime. They're easy to watch films. Children of the Corn 2 is definitely one of my favorite horror sequels, and I always enjoy going back to this one. I think I watched this one a bit more than I watched the first one, because even though the first one is considered like the classic, and even though I love the first one, I enjoyed the second one just as much, if not maybe a little bit more. As for the rest, I enjoy them. I enjoy the third and the fourth, but I'd say the first two are definitely the ones that I can watch anytime. I also love watching, little creature, little monster movies, and Chud is definitely one of the most fun ones. I love this movie, and it's one that I can just pop in. I think it's got a good story, and it's got a great plot, too. It's just got a really cool plot. Now, this next one is a more modern horror film that I don't hear a whole lot of people on YouTube talk about, and that is Darkness Falls. And this is, again, one movie I can just pop in. I remember when I was younger, this movie really, really creeped me out, especially the opening scenes. And this is just a crazy tooth fairy, killer tooth fairy type story. And I really like the concept of, if you look at her, then she'll try to kill you, and it's just a all-around great one. And when I talk about modern horror films, if a movie's come out over the last 20 years or so, I consider that modern compared to like older films. Now, the next one is the Evil Dead trilogy, but not the first one. I usually have to be in a certain mood to watch the first one for some reason, but definitely Evil Dead 2 and Army of Darkness. And I think the reason why is because these movies they're more comedic and they're more fun. Not to say that the first one isn't fun or anything. I love the first one, but I definitely think that the Evil Dead 2 and Army of Darkness are just two, they're just both incredibly fun films. And I usually watch those two more than I do the first one. It's just another movie from Dusk Till Dawn. Absolutely amazing film. Again, can watch it anytime. Now, this is one movie that either people enjoy it or they hate it and they just don't get it. Leprechaun. And there's a lot of people that just don't understand. They just don't really seem to understand this movie, Honestly, I think that this movie was self-aware. I think it was meant to be really goofy, really fun. It's a movie about a killer leprechaun. I mean, what else are you expecting from it, And it's just a really fun movie. I've always enjoyed this one. And, sometimes I get kind of into heated debates a bit about it. Like, people just don't seem to understand that the movie was meant to be like just a fun movie. It wasn't meant to be serious. Now, this next one, not My Bloody Valentine. Although I love My Bloody Valentine, April Fool's Day is one that I really do enjoy. I know it probably gets mixed opinions about because of the ending, which I won't really talk about. But April Fool's Day was one that I have a lot of fun about, and it's one I like to really come back to. Now these next two are movies that I grew up watching, and they're both Pet Sematary movies. Now, I usually wait until Halloween to watch the first Pet Sematary. Sorry about that glare. But I can still watch it any time of the year. And Pet Sematary 2, I think, is one pretty underrated sequel. It's a bit overlooked because the first one, it gets played on TV all the time, and most people know about this one. But Pet Sematary 2 is one that if you're not a horror fan, you may not know about it. But I've always enjoyed it, and I've always thought it was a really fun sequel. Up next, we have the Phantasm movies. What else can you say that hasn't already been said? Classic horror films. And then one movie I've talked about a lot, Sleepy Hollow, probably my favorite Johnny Depp film and Tim Burton movie. I absolutely love this film, and I can watch it any day of the year. Okay, I just got a few more. The next one is The Lost Boys. Again, a really fun movie, vampire story. I mean, of course, I love Corey Feldman and Corey Haim's characters in it, and those are just both two classic characters, and this is just an all-around fun movie. It's more of a cult classic, but I think as it's gone on, it's become a true horror classic. And now the next one are actually three movies from the Wes Craven collection, and the one that I'm going to pick is The People Under the Stairs. Ever since I saw that movie as a kid, I've loved it. I think it's a really fun movie. It's got a great concept, and it's just one that I can just turn my brain off and just enjoy. And it's just one that I have a lot of fun with. The Serpent and the Rainbow is probably one that I would watch the least out of this. I feel like I have to be in a certain mood to watch that. And Shocker is another one that I can watch anytime, but I prefer The People Under the Stairs out of these three films. I'd love to get the Scream Factory releases of those eventually. Now the next one are two films that I grew up watching, and I absolutely love both of these. The first one is The Haunting. This is the remake with Liam Neeson and Catherine Zeta-Jones, Owen Wilson, and Lily Taylor. I know a lot of people don't like this movie, but I grew up watching it, and I saw this before I saw a lot of other classic horror films, so I do have a soft spot for it. And the last one is another remake that gets a lot of hate, but it's the 13 Ghosts remake. Another one I've always enjoyed. I love the whole concept of, every ghost had its own backstory. And, the house in it, I think, is amazing. I love the house, the whole glass house with all the moving walls and everything. I just absolutely love that. So anyway, yeah, I know this wasn't a really long video, and I didn't really talk about these certain movies, but it was mostly just me talking about films that I can watch over and over again. I didn't want to go into a lot of detail about what each film was about, because, like I said, these are films that I'm sure a lot of people know about, so you probably already know so I'm sure a lot of people already know what they're about, but I still wanted to do a video showing them off and just talking about why I can watch these anytime. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Let me know what you guys think about the movies I talked about, and let me know what are some movies that you guys can watch any time of the year or any day of the week. Let me know down in the comments or make me a video response. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Pretty tired right now, as you guys can tell. I have been working. I worked 3 days this week, and now I'm working. I think I said this in my last video, but I'm working from 4 o'clock to 8 o'clock at night, and then last night I worked from 4:30 to 8:30, so they're mixing it up. I started off working in the morning, and now I'm working in the afternoon, and I really don't know, I won't know, rather, when I'm working until I get my schedule today, so, I never know, but I'm still trying to make as many videos as I can, and I still have a lot of free time, so you guys won't be seeing, unless I start working a lot more days than I am now, you guys won't see a massive decrease in videos, so, nothing to worry about. But anyway, guys, like I said, let me know what you guys think about the movies I talked about in this video, and let me know what are some movies that you can watch any day of the week over and over again. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and hope everyone has a good weekend, and happy Mother's Day.